Good morning, everybody. You're listening to 89.1 FM, WXVU The Roar, Villanova student-run radio. It's a little past 11:40 a.m. on this gloomy, a little bit chilly Sunday morning, but that means it's time for Fun in the Locker Room, your favorite sports radio show, where we have some fun in the locker room. We're going to be discussing a lot of things today. We got a lot to catch up on: NFL, NBA, March Madness. As always, it's the best time of the year. We're a radio show, but also make sure to check out our podcasts on YouTube now, where we post the recordings from every show in case you missed a take or you want to go back and re-listen to some of our predictions. Also, check out the Twitter account. We're getting very active on the Twitter, especially with March Madness. Everything's heating up in the world of sports. Sean and Liam do a great job with that, so make sure to go interact with us. We're going to post some polls, all that type of stuff. Sean is to my right, Liam's to my left. My name is Truett, and we're going to get right into March Madness. Obviously, we're at Villanova. I think we're going to cover a pretty exciting game last night. I'm going to let Sean
We are
set the
going
stage.
to the Final Four. That's craziness. Throughout this entire season, I know like a lot of people doubted us. A lot of Villanova fans doubted us when we started the season playing a bunch of hard competitive games against tough teams that we didn't close down the stretch in. Because if you think back to the beginning of the season, the UCLA game where we had a lead for a while, like we just couldn't finish those games. And it's amazing looking back at it now and seeing like how that prepared us for where we are now. Like these guys came back for one reason, to bring us to where we are now, and they accomplished it. Before we go too much into it, I feel really bad for Justin Moore. I guess we're going to see more from him coming out today, but I don't want to speculate too much, and I want to stay positive, but it doesn't look to be that good. So hopefully he can play. Hopefully it's not as bad as it looked. But either way, the rest of the guys got to step up. We played amazing, phenomenal basketball. Houston's a great team, and we controlled the pace. They wanted to run any chance they got, and they just couldn't. We wouldn't let them run.
Mm-hmm. And they missed their free throws, and we made ours.
Yeah.
And we won.
Free points. We make our free points.
It was pretty great.
Yeah, I agree with what you said, Sean, about playing our game of basketball, because I think that was the biggest concern, is that we slow it down, we control the tempo, we play our brand of basketball, and playing Houston, or honestly playing Arizona, for that matter, if they had won, would have been different and a challenge for us, just because they do like to speed it up and basically play not our brand of basketball. And we're a very disciplined team. I think that's the one thing you can say about this team, this unit in general, is Jay Wright has us very well disciplined. We play disciplined basketball. The shots might not always be going in, but we play our brand of basketball. There's never really a possession where someone comes up and takes a bad shot early in the shot clock. That's just not who we are. And it's exciting to watch, and I think it's a winning formula. Like you said, prayers up for Justin Moore. Hoping it's not too bad, because that 6-man rotation that we've been running has been really lethal.
Yeah,
and
really good.
To cut that down to 5 would be not a problem that we can't overcome, but it's definitely a challenge for Jay, rotations-wise, and for us as a unit. Who's going to step in? We'll see. Is it Arch? Is it Brian?
And there's criticism of Chris Arch, and a lot of people criticize him at Villanova, and a lot of people in general criticize him because he's not his brother, which it's hard to live up to that. But I think what he did through last year, like, he was our point guard for 3 games last year in the tournament. Like, he was our point guard against Baylor when we're the closest to beating Baylor of any team last year.
Forget about that.
Like
we lost Colin, and Chris really stepped. I mean, he didn't score.
No,
but he stepped up huge.
And they
really well.
literally, I think every single possession from the Big East tournament through March Madness, they pressed us every single time because they thought Chris would turn the ball over. And the growth he showed, like, he did not turn that ball over every time. Like, he brought that ball up, he passed it, and he facilitated our offense. So I think, is he Justin Moore? No. Is Brian Antoine Justin Moore? No. But can these guys hopefully step up and provide big offensive possessions, or just do the little things that matter that make Villanova basketball so good? I think they can. And shout out to Jermaine Samuels. Wow. All year, not a great season. He comes back hungry, hustling, making his shots, driving to the lane. He was the most outstanding player in the South region. Like, he won that title, rightly so. And it also just shows, another big thing I love about Villanova basketball is the fact that I think Colin had like 8 points maybe. They were man marking the entire time. They were not letting him get the ball. And we didn't need, like, he didn't get frustrated. He didn't start forcing shots. He didn't start trying to take these ridiculous 3-pointers. He's like, nope, they don't want to let me score. Fine, I'll let everybody else score for me.
One thing we have to talk about too is that, I mean, we're not the biggest team.
No,
we're not the most athletic,
Nope.
not by a long shot. But we held Houston, who is a lot more athletic than us. We held them to 1 of 20 shooting from 3-point land.
Yeah.
They didn't make their free throws. They shot horribly. Our defense has been insane this tournament. We played lockdown against Michigan, made them play bad, made Houston play bad. We can make every team play bad. We just got to play the game at our own pace. It's going to be really tough, though, with a 5-man rotation.
Yeah, it'll be hard. We'll see you guys stepping up. But, as Liam was saying, Houston wasn't missing open threes. They weren't getting open threes.
No,
they were contested every single time.
Mm-hmm. They missed. I mean, the only ones that were open were at the end.
Yeah.
They were just chucking up shots. But we made them play our game, and they could not handle that.
Yeah, and the defense, as you guys touched on, amazing. That 6, now 5-man rotation, I used to think early in the season that we, as you can kind of tell, that Colin was kind of having a bit of a breakout season. I used to think we kind of relied on Colin too much. But now, when I look at especially these tournament games, it's really just offense can come from anybody.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
When Caleb came in the other day, and he didn't shoot the ball well, efficiency-wise, but he brought in, he scored when he needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Great spark plug off the bench. And, I never, I don't know about you guys, I never go into a game thinking, okay, Caleb Daniels is going to lead us in scoring this game, or Jermaine Samuels is going to lead us in scoring. But all of them have, I wouldn't be surprised if, in the tournament, Justin Moore had led us in scoring, or probably not Dixon, but obviously Colin is the guy we're going to think about. But it's really just 6 guys that you can give the ball to, and I think they have a pretty good chance of putting the ball in the basket.
Yeah. Anybody can do it. They all do it different ways. Every single one of them does it in a different way. But, yeah.
And I got to bring this up because we're talking about who's going to fill the spot. Liam and I were listening to this ESPN thing this morning about the Justin Moore injury, and this just shows, if you're part of the media, your job is to kind of know what's going on. They were asking if Longino was going to be the guy to fill in.
Oh my God,
for Justin Moore.
The disrespect we still get. The disrespect we still get in national
dude.
media. I understand ESPN's upset they don't get to cover Big East basketball anymore because we go on Fox, but it's just ridiculous.
That's literally just showing me that what they did for their research is they didn't watch anything or look at any news. They just literally pulled up a roster and saw that Longino probably played the 7th most amount of minutes.
God.
What they didn't even watch any of our games because Longino hasn't played a tournament game.
Do you know who that was out of curiosity? Did you know who the ESPN guy was?
It wasn't a very notable reporter.
God, that's ridiculous.
He was
That pisses me off.
But all the guys were agreeing with him too. So,
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
But you think it's going to be Arch or could we see Brian playing?
I think both. I think they need both of them.
Yeah, I think they're gonna give both of them time, see what works better.
It's not one of them
Split
can't do it. They're gonna
split
do it
those
together.
minutes.
It's gonna
into
be
2 people.
Yeah.
Make it up in the aggregate.
Because Justin Moore played the most minutes of any single player for Villanova basketball yesterday.
Oh wow.
He's a big part of our team. But it's just another shout out to Villanova basketball. They were talking about the entire time during the broadcast game, and they talk about it all the time. Any team who comes and plays against us, they tell them don't jump on our shot fakes.
Dude.
And every single time.
You saw what Jermaine made the guy jump every single time.
It's actually kind of it's actually ridiculous because and I don't ever want to jinx it, but like you said, that's the one thing you could game plan against is that we're gonna pump fake probably every time a player gets the ball, and they still fall for
Dixon pump fakes 9 times every time he gets the ball.
There's one play towards the end where Jermaine pump shots a 3-pointer. The guy goes past him. The guy's now behind him. He drives to the lane. He pump fakes again. The guy goes over him.
Yeah.
Literally, it's just free throws. That's why we get so many free throws.
And we're historically the best team at shooting free throws.
Exactly.
It's really amazing. I don't think I realized the whole pump fake thing until I want to say it was that first Providence game when we played at Providence. It might have been the UConn game, but I think it was Providence when Dixon had a fast break very late in the game.
Oh,
He was by himself, and some defender's trailing him, and he literally goes up to the rim, pump fakes, gets an and one. And it's dude, that's the one. I think it was a guard. Mm-hmm. So a guard, you're probably not going to block Dixon from behind. So I don't know why you're jumping in the first place. But B, you just have to be prepared that we're gonna pump fake. We're coached so well; they all know what to do in that situation.
The one thing you can't do is foul Villanova. That's the one thing you're not allowed to do.
And we didn't shoot that many free throws. Was it last?
Yesterday we did.
We were
Maybe
perfect.
it was
We were
the game
14
before.
for 14, I think.
It was the game before.
Yeah, we didn't shoot many
we didn't
against
shoot many
Michigan.
free throws.
But like,
But that
it's-
shows too we can win games without shooting free throws.
we can win games in a multitude of different ways. Like we can shoot and we can make our threes, and we can have those crazy games where we're just raining threes, or we can have these games that we've had in this tournament where we're just playing really solid defense and just making smart possessions, killing the clock. Literally, I think there was that we were 330th in the number of possessions per game. Like in college basketball, like we run our game, we know what we got to do.
The one thing that is going to be killer now is, and I'm looking at this. I mean, we could play either Kansas or Miami. This tournament has shown.
Let's go Miami.
This tournament has shown we can play anybody next round. The one thing that's going to be an issue is foul trouble, because if any one of our starters gets
in
3
foul
fouls
trouble,
early,
we're problems.
it's gonna be a big issue.
Yeah.
So we got to just stay disciplined, stay Villanova.
And I feel like the issues we run into, and I don't want to call out officiating, but
Oh my
there's
God!
some bad foul calls.
As
that they
anybody who
call
follows on
sometimes,
Twitter
dude.
saw me, or I tweeted yesterday that a box out is not a foul.
That was ridiculous.
like, how do you call that? Like, I don't understand that. Like, it's a box out. He's
That was
boxing him
when
out.
Jermaine was
Yeah.
boxing out with 0.1
Yep.
seconds left in the half,
Yeah.
and they call a
It
foul.
was ridiculous, dude.
Oh yeah, it was.
It just seems like the officiating is. Oh, we always get the.
And it's not
really
even just
bad
us. Like, I want to
calls.
say it's just against us, but this entire tournament,
It's
been
been
terrible.
You saw that guy that got a technical for dunking.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It was a safety thing.
Yeah.
He wasn't hanging on the rim. He had to swing
Yep.
back because of his
The
momentum.
TCU Arizona game when they didn't
Oh
call
my
it blocking on the
gosh.
last game, like he's
Yeah.
like, ugh, it's so incredibly frustrating.
It doesn't make sense.
It's-
either.
it's
the
frustrating
highest
'cause-
stage.
Yeah, and
better
I
rules.
I look to college as being the better officiating of the NBA.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like what's so refreshing about it. And now it's
Because they call the travels, they call those
Yeah,
little things, they call things
exactly.
the NBA doesn't. But like,
I don't know what's going on this year, but
if we get screwed over by foul calls, I'll lose my mind.
yeah. So
That's the
who
thing,
we're
too.
rooting for Miami tonight? Is that
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh,
yeah. I mean,
What's the spread?
Either way, I'm
it
not
doesn't
worried about
matter
it.
who
But
we
like,
play.
we
Doesn't matter.
we run our offense. But
Are you sure it doesn't? I mean, Kansas is a good team.
but if Miami beat Kansas, then Miami's good too. Like it's
Yeah.
at this point in the
Yeah,
season,
but
like
Peters is a good team, bro. I'm scared
Yeah.
of them.
yeah, at this point, everybody's either hot or they're good, and
Yeah.
either way, I don't want to face them.
So Kansas is a 6.5 point favorite.
Wow.
Not surprising.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but Miami made Auburn look silly.
Auburn's not a good team. I've said that all year.
2 seed though.
I know they didn't deserve that.
What are the odds we get a UNC Nova finals?
Again?
Very high.
Like
Yeah.
a rematch. Would that be cool?
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. I don't want to play Duke because actually I'd
No.
love to play Duke. We can end Coach K's magical run.
Oh, dude, that would be a stressful game though.
Become the villains of college basketball. I don't care.
Because I can't really recall how do we do against like have we played the Bancheros of the world? You know, the AJ Griffins, like
Superstars?
just superstars.
Well, we played Purdue.
We play Purdue. Purdue's got Jalen Ivey. Like,
That,
that
I
didn't
mean,
go
those
too well,
games
though.
don't count because you're
Yeah.
just so early. In the
yeah,
season.
I'm not. We're concerned. We
Not
can play
concerned.
anybody.
Okay.
Yeah,
Put
well, I mean, we've
put Slater
shown
on him or
dude.
something.
Yeah, Slayer's great
anyone.
defensively. Even Jermaine can guard fives. He's been doing it all tournament. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is actually ridiculous. Jermaine is what 6'8", Dixon's
Yeah.
I think
6'7",
6'9", and
They're guarding 7-footers.
it's amazing that like we've said that we don't want to play 7-footers, but we always find a way to win those
Yep.
games. It's actually it's incredible.
We've played really good 7-footers this year. We've won. Yeah. All right.
So when do we play? When's next?
Saturday
Saturday. That's right.
What is that? the
in
second?
New Orleans, April 2nd.
Yeah. So
Trying to figure out how to get down there.
if Sean can successfully get down there, I don't know if we'll have a show next week, but
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
That's a valid excuse.
We don't have the show.
Well, I'll call in for the show next Sunday if that's
Yeah,
what it
fair.
means.
A lot of energy.
If I'm down there.
A lot of energy. Okay, so we've been talking about this for the last 2 weeks because anyone that listens to the show, not even religiously, just has ever listened to the show before in their life, knows that we love the AFC West as a division. We just especially last season, we just could not stop talking about it, and for good reason too. It's an exciting division, but it just got more exciting. We talked about the Russell Wilson trade last time, and everything about that.
Khalil Mack.
What move do we want to talk about now?
Like I think just like Khalil Mack's now in the AFC West.
We're talking about somebody moving out of the AFC West.
Let's talk about positives in the AFC West first. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's just run the names of the guys coming in. Khalil Mack came into the Chargers. That defense line's crazy. Randy Gregory to the Broncos. That defensive line's crazy. Like Like, it seems that AFC West has done stuff on both sides of the ball. Like, every team has done stuff on both sides of the ball.
It's an arms race now.
Except for one. Aaliyah, you want to talk about that one team that the Chiefs. The Chiefs have not.
Yeah. In fact, the Chiefs actually signed Juju Smith-Schuster, fellow TikToker, to go alongside Jackson Mahomes. So that's really cool. But they lost the dude. They lost arguably the best wide receiver in the league, Tyreek Hill, and they replaced him with some bum on the Packers. I don't really understand.
Don't disrespect fellow Scantling like that, please.
Come on.
It's Tyreek Hill, man.
Yeah, no, continue.
I don't know. Maybe I guess the Chiefs just didn't have the money, but I don't see how you can lose Tyreek Hill and sign Juju and Scalding, and that makes up for it.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make up for it at all.
They do have some picks, so maybe they can draft a guy, see how that turns around.
I mean, I don't know. It's good luck to Patrick Mahomes because it seems like a lot of his throws were just it was Tyreek Hill getting open and Patrick Mahomes throwing it in the vicinity.
Travis Kelce's still there. They still got some guys on the roster.
It's going to be a lot harder in that division.
Yeah, especially because the Raiders got Raiders probably got arguably the best wide receiver in football.
Yeah. And that's so. We will talk about that obviously because that's a huge move for that division. But I think from what I saw on Twitter and ESPN and whatever, Tyreek and the Chiefs had not come to an agreement on extension before the trade, and then Tyreek Hill saw the absolute bag that Devontae Adams got from the Raiders, and I think he just kind of he's like, this is really the only way I'm going to get my money. I have no idea why it was between Jets and Dolphins. I don't know why the Jets were in there at all, but I mean you'll lose a really good receiver. Juju, and Tyreek and Travis Kelce would have been nasty, but I don't really know. Like the Chiefs just seem like okay doing this. Like I don't know. Like
could there be another move coming up? Because I've seen obviously, sure, your Seahawks are in a rebuild move right now. Like, DK Metcalf could be traded? Could if Tyler Lockett just
no.
Could one of those guys be traded to the Chiefs, something like that?
Maybe, but okay, maybe, but you're still like I don't know why they were so willing to not find some sort of restructuring or something for Tyreek Hill. They just that's such a core part of your offense.
I guess the fact
they just let him go.
The fact that he's a core part of the offense right now, but he, unlike any other real wide receiver in this league, his talent is based on his speed. And he's 28. If they sign him to a 4-year contract, by the time he's 32, he's not going to be nearly the same wide receiver he is. So maybe they're looking at it to they don't want to give him that contract because they don't want to deal with the back end of that contract.
You can't throw him a 2-year deal.
Yeah,
I don't think he'd want that.
A 2-year, $80 million deal. He wouldn't take that.
That's.
They don't have that. They don't have the money to do that.
Restructure something for him, or trade someone else. Get rid of someone else.
Yeah.
Keep Tyreek Hill. I mean, I don't know.
Would you get rid of Kelce over Tyreek Hill?
No.
Okay.
Kelsey's the only guy though. You can get rid of anybody else. I think.
Yeah.
Besides, obviously not Mahomes, but.
I agree. If those three stayed together, they would.
Yeah. Right.
That Mahomes contract, no brainer, but seems like it's causing a little bit of.
It's actually
problems
structured pretty well.
Yeah.
Really?
It's. He's not the highest paid annually quarterback at close. Aaron Rodgers is above him now.
Plus,
what is it? Just incentive based? What is it?
It's just a lot of signing bonus stuff that doesn't go against the cap.
Plus, Pat Mahomes deserves every penny of that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. And because they put it over so many years that the annual amount he's getting isn't as much as other quarterbacks.
Got you. Okay.
And as the salary cap keeps increasing, his percentage of the salary cap is going to decrease over time.
Yeah,
so
which makes sense.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I didn't. I can't imagine Chiefs fans are happy. You clearly just lost big weapon.
It's not like Tyreek Hill is just this amazing wide receiver. He makes Patrick Mahomes so much better, and Patrick Mahomes makes Tyreek Hill so much better. So it doesn't really make much sense why they couldn't figure this out. And I know they got, what did they get, 5 picks back?
Yeah.
They're not going to find anybody half as good as Tyreek Hill in any of those picks.
The interesting thing, at least in my opinion, is because we always talk about the Tom versus Bill thing, who made who did what. I guess the other question is Tyreek or Patrick Mahomes. Will Tyreek still be the same in the Miami Dolphins offense?
I think he'll be okay, just because he's going to be lined up next to Jalen Waddle, and that's going to be the fastest
Yeah,
wide receiver
dude.
duo ever.
I like that also
Yeah.
the fact that their head coach was the
Yeah.
Niners offensive coordinator.
Debo.
So like if you make Tyreek do like Debo things,
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Okay, let's flip the script.
Oh,
Let's-
wait.
let's-
Can we talk about the Dolphins for a little more?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the Dolphins.
They
from
also
their side.
just signed 3-time Pro Bowler from the Saints, Teron Armstead.
the offensive lineman.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's incredible too. So they also got Teddy Bridgewater, backup quarterback. So Miami's looking pretty solid right now.
You know what this means? It's no excuses for Tua anymore going forward. No excuses. No.
So
you
I
have
guess it's
two insanely fast wide receivers. Just helped with the O-line. You got no excuses right now.
Are the Dolphins the second best team in the AFC East?
They're better than the Pats. Oh yeah,
Better than the Jets, obviously.
yeah.
I think if Tua can play well, yeah, better than the Pats.
I think my question is like how short a release should they have on Tua? Because like Teddy Bridgewater is a serviceable quarterback who I think could lead the Dolphins to like a playoff game.
Yeah, I guess you should also look at what was that? I mean, that second half of the season run that the Dolphins went on. Like,
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
did.
end up making the playoffs, but
Yeah.
still inspiring.
But and you see Mike, like I love Jimmy Garoppolo, but you saw Mike McDaniels do with Jimmy Garoppolo with like the shorter throws. Like if Tua can do the shorter throws, get into the hands of Waddle, Tyreek Hill,
Yeah.
like crossing routes, crisscross behind the backfield. I don't know. I feel like they could run an offense.
You gotta
I saw
do what
that
they-
game against. Oh, sorry.
No, you get what they used to do with. I remember when OBJ was on the Giants, like a little slant
Yeah.
route, give it to him, and then open space to work with.
That's exactly what. When they played the Bills in the playoffs, you saw Tyreek cut the ball 5 yards off the line of scrimmage,
Uh-huh.
scored a touchdown. Just ran it past.
You don't have to
everyone.
ask Tua
Yeah.
to throw
Uh-uh.
60 yards on the field every time. You know,
When you get the ball in your playmakers' hands,
yeah.
they can do things.
You have two of those guys.
Yeah.
You have such versatile weapons here. Like, they can accommodate. You know, you just build a system that lets Tua thrive, and you have two versatile assets that'll fit in there regardless of what system you implement.
And he has protection now too. So, Miami's going to be scary. That offense is going to be scary.
Yeah. Okay, so that's another AFC thing. Let's talk about Devontae. What happened there? I thought this was the last dance for those two.
Yeah.
What happened?
I think it's just crazy that the Raiders had a severely underrated season. What people don't realize, I mean, what people don't remember is all the stuff that the Raiders had to deal with last season.
Raiders
Lost
in
their
the
head
playoffs, didn't they?
Yeah, they lost
Yeah.
their head coach, lost their wide receiver because he killed somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, they still made the playoffs, and then they just got the best wide receiver in football the offseason. Re-signed Max Crosby, was it?
Yes.
Wait, didn't they
didn't they release him?
no, didn't they
No.
lose that tie game? Didn't they not make the playoffs because of that?
No. They won the tie game.
Yeah, they
the
won the
Chargers
tie
were the
game,
ones who
yeah.
ran it and didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
But
but
even
Crosby's
with
gone.
everything that went on, they still made the playoffs, and then they just get the best wide receiver in football.
And they've got Josh McDaniels, who finally is taking a head coaching job. We'll
Yeah,
see what he
yeah,
can
he
do as a
should've
head
for-
coach.
the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
Last couple of coaching cycles, he should have taken a job.
Yeah, so
Very
I guess this is finally one that he felt confident about. Like, this is the one
mean,
he wanted to be.
Yeah, no more
Yeah.
backing out of because didn't he
He backed out
of
the Colts one,
the
like,
Colts job? Yeah.
Probably like 5 or 6 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that offense is good.
So it is okay. You were saying Mahomes. It's a very good contract. Is this like undisputably Aaron Rodgers just like eating up so much cap that they wanted to franchise tag Devontae Adams, right? And he said no. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
so this is kind of Aaron Rodgers shooting himself in the foot a little bit
Once again,
once again.
literally, I think he's probably one of the most selfish guys in the NFL.
Yeah. I think that's fair to say.
This is Exhibit A right here.
Oh, yeah. And he complains all the time about how the Packers
Yes.
don't give him weapons. And you had a guy,
You had the
and you
best
could have
wide receiver.
Tom Brady every year does not make as much money as he could because he wants to win a championship. Plenty of quarterbacks do that.
I get it complaining about like you don't have a wide receiver 2 or a good tight end, but you literally have the best receiver in football. Like half of what makes that team so good on offense is just Devontae Adams is always open and or will always catch a good placed ball. And like, were you not considering when you were negotiating this X amount of money contract that you just took? Were you not considering like, hey, they also got to pay my literal Robin to me as Batman? Like, were you like literally not thinking about that?
Nope.
And Andy lost his number 2 wide receiver as well.
Yeah, so now he's just trapped himself. He's trapped himself in purgatory.
All he has is Alan Lazard. That's his number 1 right now.
It's going to be a lot of handoff to Aaron Jones.
And
this
to
year.
be fair, the Packers once again probably go 13-3 because they play the Vikings twice, the Bears twice, and the Detroit Lions twice.
Yeah, that's 6
And
wins
that's
right
6
there.
wins right there. And they will go 13-3, and they'll be the 1 seed again. And congrats, Aaron Rodgers. You'll go to another 1 seed, and you
Get
can put that on
smoked
your
in the
resume.
playoffs. They're not going to get the 1 seed
I
this
don't know.
year.
But they won't do
I
anything
don't
else.
know about 13-3, 1 seed. Devontae is such an important part of that team.
I know, but the regular season is a cakewalk every year. That's the
Yeah.
only reason. Like,
They
it's
have 6 free wins.
yeah,
They just have to go 500 in the other games,
Yep.
and they're okay.
they'll win the division.
Isn't that what we said?
Yeah.
We said that last time, before the playoffs started.
What?
That the Packers haven't really played anyone.
No.
No.
They played their division and went 500 outside of it. Same with the Cowboys.
Really
feels
think,
like
a-
it
it
feels
think
like
of it. The
yeah.
Packers have 11 games outside the division. If they go 6-5 in that, they're 12-5.
Yeah. I mean, this feels like such a vicious cycle, you know? And I understand. It made me understand why Aaron Rodgers wants out. But then he didn't. And then he lost it. Like, it's such a vicious cycle now that, you know, this 13-3 weak division, you know, losing in the playoffs, like,
He's a diva, man. At the beginning of the
Yeah.
season, he said he wasn't going
it's
to
delusional. Yeah,
then
and
now
all that
they're
last dance.
Now they throw him some money and he'll stay.
Yeah, dude.
What's going on there? There's a reason why no one's going to come to Green Bay either. I'll tell you that.
I wouldn't want to go play with them.
No.
Okay, so for the Raiders, I think here's what we should do. We should just like accumulate all this and break down who's going to win the AFC West.
Can we rank them 4?
Wait. We got to talk about the Raiders first, though.
Okay.
We'll talk about the Raiders and then we'll
Hey,
lead
then rank
into
the
People also Derek Carr last season severely underrated. I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know the stats exactly, but towards the end of the season, he was top 3 in a lot of statistical categories for the QB position.
He is very
He's gonna
good.
be, dude. The Raiders are going to be tough.
Yeah.
Raiders
Josh
are going to be
Jacobs,
tough.
too. You got a nice
Yeah.
Kenyon
game.
Drake,
Yep.
the 2 guys. Hunter Renfro with
Yeah.
Devonta Adams.
Yep.
Darryl.
Waller.
Waller's still there. So, like, that offense is scary.
Yeah.
They have a good offensive line. They've got good defense. Like, they play tough.
It's going to be.
Hey, this was a
That
no-brainer
division's
move. I
gonna
don't
be
even know what
nuts.
they gave up, but that was a no-brainer.
I think it
move.
was like a first round or maybe 2, but, like,
Who
still.
cares? If you have a chance to go
Yeah.
get Devontae Adams,
Okay, so
Throw
the
the
big
house in
question
there.
is, Truett, rank the 4 AFC West teams. Where are they going to finish next year?
Oh, okay. Is it bold to put Raiders winning the division?
No, that's fine.
Dude, I don't think it's bold to put
Anybody.
Anybody.
Anybody
I'll
is
go
so bold.
Raiders. Oh, I forgot about the Broncos. I totally forgot about Russell Wilson.
The Broncos
Oh my God.
started off what last season?
3-0.
Yeah.
Okay, they
Anything
play
can
the Jets,
happen.
Giants, and Panthers,
Yeah,
but still.
I'll go
Yeah.
Raiders, Broncos. But it's Russell Wilson with a good defense. That's a recipe for success. I'll go Broncos, Raiders. Chiefs, Chargers. No,
Dude, I
switch
think
those two. Chargers, Chiefs.
I think I'm gonna have it in the exact opposite order. You.
Broncos, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers.
Actually, I'll go. Wow. This is tough. This is-
Chargers,
yeah.
Chiefs. I think with this division being so good, that defensive liability in
The
Kansas
Chiefs
City
will not make the playoffs. Is your take right now?
I don't know.
Actually, they could.
Go to Liam. I'm debating.
I'm gonna go. Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos.
Wow.
But
Can they all
I
make the
think
playoffs?
I think this could be the thing where they all make it, because if they all go like 500, 1 game over, 1 game under versus each other, they all could easily, no, not easily, but they all could make the playoffs.
So you're the Broncos. So
The Broncos last.
break it down for me. Like
I just think that
Why?
Okay, it's been this way for a while that the Chargers are on the cusp
I want you to be right, Liam.
finally breaking through, and now that they have Khalil Mack, there's no reason for them not to. They underperformed so much last season. I think that
Herbert's.
there's no reason for them not to.
If I were to rank the
stars
quarterbacks
align.
in that league, in that division, I think Herbert's the second best quarterback.
Yeah, I think he has.
And Derek Carr
with his
might be the
weapons,
worst,
too, with his
but he's
weapons.
not. If that makes sense.
With Herbert's weapons, they have to finally be good.
See,
right?
I'm trying to because this happens every year where we think they're gonna. We were
But they
saying
have
the
Khalil
exact same
Mack
thing
now.
last offseason, and I'm trying to slow down and not too ahead of myself. Khalil Mack, yes, But that doesn't change. Like sometimes they're just offensively inconsistent. Like that doesn't change that. Maybe you get more stops, but I don't know. I'd be super happy. I like Justin Herbert. I'd be super happy if they won the division. I'm just trying to like slow the brakes, not get too ahead of myself like last year.
I think now it's so wide open. It's their time now because anybody can win it. I think the Chargers finally take a leap. I want to see.
I guess
them do
my
it, too.
rationale before we go to Sean is every other team got a lot better, and I just didn't see. Like, yes, outside of Khalil Mack on the defense, I just don't see the Chargers like they didn't progress as much as the other teams progressed.
So you're saying the Devontae Adams acquisition is bigger than Khalil Mack? Like I feel like it's
Yes,
comparable moves.
Think about what
I am
Khalil
saying
Mack
that.
will do alongside Bosa.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you can't
It's
defend
true.
those guys.
It's true. I think Russell Wilson's a higher acquisition than
Yeah,
Khalil Mack.
Oh yeah,
I
obviously.
think Russell
yeah.
Wilson's the biggest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a quarterback. The quarterback's most
So
important.
the Broncos relatively got better than the Chargers.
I
got
just
better.
think it's so wide open though. I think the
can't believe
Chargers underperformed so much last season. I think that there's no reason for them not to explode this season.
It's so hard for me not to pick the Chiefs going to win the entire division because they have Patrick Mahomes and because they've done it. But when you look at the composition of that team, their defense is so much worse than any of the other defenses.
Yeah.
Like
That's the
you're trying to
problem.
think of defensive lines, and every other team has at least one guy where you're like, "Wow, that guy's scary." Like Crosby. The Broncos have Chubb and Gregory. The Broncos, yeah, and then the Chargers have Bosa and Mack. Oh my God. Okay.
That's why I had the Chiefs so low because I don't think their offense, especially without Tyreek Hill, could not mask their defensive liabilities anymore.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Truett, but
That's why I was flip flopping those.
going to go Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders. Wow. And the only reason I'm not high in the Raiders, as high in the Raiders, is I still think they'll make the playoffs. But the other teams have coaches that have been there and are consistent. Josh McDaniels, new coach coming in, always just adds a new level of like unpredictability.
So you think all the teams will make the playoffs though? Because you had the Chargers or the Raiders last, and you
Yes.
said they're gonna make the okay.
Yes, I think all teams will make the playoffs.
Sean, give me your 7 AFC playoff teams right now. I guess you kind of just did, right? Because you're saying those are the 3 wild cards.
Those are the 3 wild cards, yes. Bills,
Yeah.
Titans.
Oh, the North.
Who are you picking from the North?
Ravens.
Why not?
Yes.
I'm
yes.
going to go Ravens, yeah.
So Joey B misses the playoffs.
Yeah. And I've said this all along. Joey B's missed
And
the
you pick
playoffs.
Titans over Colts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Liam, what's your 7 teams?
I'm gonna go the same, and then the Ravens.
So we're the same.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use the same argument because you said the Packers get to play their division twice a year,
Yeah.
right? Everyone, so that's 6 guaranteed wins. Well, if would it be okay to assume that maybe one of these teams in the AFC West is gonna go 0 or not 0? They're gonna get swept by like 2 teams maybe.
Yeah. Go like 1-5.
Yeah.
I easily think that the last team in this division does not make the playoffs.
Yeah,
I think
I think it could hurt them a lot.
Yeah, I think it could.
I could see 2. I could see 3 from that division. And
So the
then-
Chiefs are missing the playoffs, just as your argument's sake right now.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, that's what you said.
I'm still flip flopping Chiefs and Chargers in my brain. And then I would choose either the Bengals if the Ravens win the division, the Bengals or the Patriots as my last one.
Wait, you
Do you think the Patriots
Pats
can
are
be
gonna
better
win
than the
their
Dolphins?
division? You think they're better than the Bills and the Dolphins, the Pats?
No. I'm sorry. That was my last wild card spot.
You think the Pats are better than the Dolphins?
Oh, I totally forgot about Tyreek.
And the Colts, because I think Matt Ryan to the Colts is also a really
Yeah,
nice
you know
move.
what? I could see a Mac Jones sophomore slump, and just not being as good as the Dolphins if that Tyreek pairing works.
Did
Yes,
the Pats do anything this offseason?
Other than lose guys.
Yeah,
Actually,
didn't
they
they just
re-signed
lose
Malcolm
guys?
Butler.
Okay.
goody. It's not 2014 anymore.
And Stephon Gilmore's gone.
Yeah. They lost him for a bag of potato chips.
Yeah, so those are my 7.
Wow.
With the Dolphins in there.
Yeah, I kind of leaning more towards the Raiders not making the playoffs, but then I don't know who I'd pick to replace them because the Dolphins. I'm kind of high on the Colts. I'm kind of high on Matt Ryan.
Really?
That
oh
offense.
yeah, let's talk about that. Okay,
Because
why?
Matt Ryan there, Jonathan Taylor, great running back, like put up crazy numbers last year. The AFC South is built on running backs. Like, wow, the 2 of the best running backs in the league are probably in the AFC South: Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
And they have I think the Colts could win the division.
Yeah.
You know this is not 2016, right? Matt
I know.
Ryan is not an MVP anymore.
I know, but who would you rather have, Matt Ryan or Ryan Tannehill?
Probably Matt Ryan.
Exactly. So I think the Colts might be better than the Titans. I might have to go back on that. I think the Colts might win the division because Darius Leonard, great defense. They've got a good defense, good offensive line. Quentin Nelson's still there. They've got Jonathan Taylor. They've got Matt Ryan. They've got not great wide receivers around him. I'd hope they'd like add a couple, like maybe like Julio Jones coming back to the Colts. I feel like that could be a possibility reuniting with Matt Ryan. Like, I don't know. I am high on the
Julio
Colts.
Jones is off that team now, right? The Titans.
He is a free agent.
Wow.
I mean, he didn't really do much.
He didn't do
anyway.
much.
He just had his name. At that
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
He had his reputation.
Yeah, it's. We'll see how that goes.
I don't think you can sleep on the Titans though, because I mean, they did get. What did they get? Were they the 1 seed?
Yes.
And they did a lot of
They
that
did,
heavy
yeah.
lifting in the regular season without Derrick Henry. Their defense really stepped up big. I mean, they have the number 1 safety in the league. So,
Who, Byard?
yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
That division though too, it's going to be you get 4 wins if you're the Titans and the Colts. Well, maybe not if you're the Colts because they can't beat the Jags in the last week of the season. but-
Yeah. New team though. New team.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like we should have said this at the beginning of the show. Welcome back, Tom Brady, to the league. Welcome.
We don't we don't really
Welcome back to
harp
football.
on that too much.
Yeah. I think one last thing before you switch over to the NFC. One last move I want to talk about: Deshaun Watson to the Browns.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah.
I guess who knows where Baker Mayfield's going to go. We don't have to delve too much into that because I don't think he's going to go. Let's say he goes to the Seahawks, he goes to the Panthers. Like, none of those teams are going to the playoffs with him. So whatever, buy Baker Mayfield. Not feel sorry for you whatsoever.
Send him to the New York Jets for nothing.
Yeah, he's not going.
End his career.
But anyway, just Deshaun Watson's the Browns. We'll see how many games he'll actually play this year because of the suspension and stuff like that. But ignoring all the off-field stuff because I don't really want to get into that stuff. On the field, he's a great quarterback. He's a top 10 quarterback, and he could do some stuff. The AFC North is also I think we're sleeping on the AFC North a little bit because they have. I think all those teams are really good.
I think it's kind of wide open though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's very wide open.
Besides the Browns, I just
You don't think the Browns with
No.
Deshaun Watson can do it?
no,
Why?
because I don't know if Deshaun Watson's going to play, and he hasn't played in 2 years, so it's just going to be you don't know what you're getting.
That is true.
Yeah, Browns have with all this AFC West stuff that's going on. Browns have sneakily made a lot of moves.
Yeah.
Amari.
Yeah,
releasing
that
Jarvis.
Amari Cooper was
Got Amari
big.
Cooper.
Amari Cooper and Deshaun Watson together.
That's
Like
huge.
It's kind of weird that
Jarvis Landry's still there.
it's a total revamp. You went from having Baker, OBJ half a season ago, and now you've got Deshaun Watson, Amari Cooper. That's a very different makeup of a team.
I would say they improved.
Oh yeah.
I just
Yeah.
don't know if Deshaun's going to play.
I think he'll play at least some. And
Who's
do
the
they keep Baker? Argument's sake, I think the Browns would keep Baker until
They're
Deshaun
not gonna
Watson
keep
gets.
him.
No.
Baker's going to force his way out.
Yeah,
of there.
that I think that would be a very messy locker room
Yeah.
if you just kept Baker around. He's just sitting
Baker,
there knowing.
he already said goodbye.
Where would he go?
He just knows he just essentially got replaced.
They'll
and he
find
has to sit.
somewhere.
Who wants Baker
They'll
Mayfield?
find someone to take him for a 6th-round pick.
I've always wanted Baker to do well, to be honest. And it kind
I'll
of
take him on the Saints.
it made me sad that
back up.
he's still a
behind
serviceable
Jameis.
quarterback. if
Yeah.
you can,
I don't know if he wants to be a backup. I don't think he'll be a backup. His mentality is not a backup mentality. I don't know. It's
Go to
argument's sake,
Washington.
compared
Send
to
him to
compared
Washington.
to Carmelo Anthony or when Carmelo Anthony back in the Thunder when they were talking about him going off the bench. You go, haha, PG. They want me to go off the bench. There's some guys who just don't want to be backups, and I don't know if Baker Mayfield could be a
he's
backup
young,
quarterback.
too.
I know. He said he's
probably
not
wants
going
to
to
prove himself.
Carolina. He
No.
would start there. Send
Carolina
him to
doesn't want him. I
Washington.
don't think they want to draft a quarterback.
Send him to Washington.
They
Put
just
him
got
somewhere else.
Carson Wentz.
Oh.
yeah.
Is Carson Wentz?
He's not better, but
Yeah.
He's a very good guy.
Can't really double down like that.
I think the Seahawks. There's a chance he goes to the Seahawks.
Oh God, dude, please no.
I mean, looking at these teams, Lions, Seahawks.
Go to Lions.
Jared Goff.
Where else
Let
is
him
he
really
gonna go,
show
man?
what he can do. Go
Where
to
else
Lions.
is he gonna go?
Yeah, I don't know.
Houston.
Houston's won't get. Well, if they didn't include him in the trade, they don't want him.
Yeah,
I was actually surprised he wasn't in the trade.
Yeah.
yeah, I was too.
What did they give up? The Browns.
3 or 4 first-round picks.
Yeah, a lot of assets.
I mean,
Davis Mills, I guess they like Texas like him.
I think this makes sense though because no Browns fan should be like, oh, I regret this trade because you were kind of. That one season where they upset the Steelers in the playoffs, which was like a lot of hope for that franchise for the future, and you could just tell this season was just plateauing, if not declining, and that potential looked like it was slowly like you're just slowly going farther and away from that potential, and I think so they didn't include Baker, so they didn't sell high. I don't know, they just. Good for them that realizing purgatory was kind of in front of them of this mediocrity stage. And, they bought into the weapons race, You gotta compete in the AFC.
gotta do something.
Yeah, especially if the AFC West was going to take a lot of these wild card spots. Now you got to be even more competitive because you got to go to win your division.
Yeah.
You can't settle for second place because it's not going to be guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, AFC should be exciting.
It's going to be very competitive. Very competitive. There's going to be some great teams down in the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Once again.
You know what's crazy to think about too is if any of those teams in the AFC North beat the Bengals one more time, the Bengals probably wouldn't have made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's. I've said it a long time. I don't think the Bengals make the playoffs next year, and it doesn't seem that crazy to me.
They didn't. Have they made any moves besides losing guys? I know they lost their.
I
tight
think they
end.
revamped their offense line.
Oh yeah,
They've got, like,
that
Oh, wait,
quote,
yeah,
the
wait,
quote
yeah.
from that guy,
Yeah, they got
Lale
that.
Collins.
Yeah.
He said, "What did he say? Joey B, like your bodyguards here now."
Yeah.
I like
I
that
know they
mentality.
lost their tight end, but
I'm excited. I like the Bengals. I hope they.
I think they'll be okay.
I hope their offensive line can do better, and Joey B stays upright and not gets hurt again because he's a great quarterback. I guess flip it over to the NFC real quick. Talk a little bit about Tom Brady coming back.
He really spent 2 weeks with his kids and said, "No, fatherhood's not for me."
Like the Buccaneers are going to be back to it. We'll see how they can revamp. They got Godwin, they got Evans. Like they've got the wide receivers in place.
You think
Gronk
Drew
coming
Brees
back.
should come out of retirement? Just
No,
why not?
they asked him to.
They did.
He replied with a photo of him golfing in Hawaii.
What a legend! What a legend!
I don't think he's
I love
coming
when
back.
quarterbacks do stuff like that. But I think the NFC. I don't know.
I really don't like that Brady came back because now I'm looking at the standings and besides the Rams, the Buccaneers I think are the second best team in the
Oh yeah,
NFC.
easily.
And I really, really, really don't like that.
You think part of like the reason why he came back was because he kind of saw that like the
It's
NFC
wide
is,
open,
it's
dude.
deteriorating.
It's wide
a lot.
open.
Like Russell Wilson's out. Like not that he was expecting that the Seahawks were going to be some sort of competition, but like that's kind of out of the way. Who knows what the
Packers are
Packers going to be without Devontae?
The Cowboys are without Amari near him, Dak
Yeah,
stinks.
dude.
So
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys
Like how much of this decision was him just being like, okay, low key, I could make another run.
The
with-
Packers are the Bucks and the Rams are the only two teams in the NFC that you don't have major question marks about.
Yeah.
Because you think of the Packers, who's going to throw to? Think of the 49ers, who's going to be their quarterback? Like it still is up in the air. Who's going to be the quarterback? Cardinals, Kyler Murray. What can he do like in a full season? We've never seen it.
does he even like being in Arizona.
Yeah.
Cowboys, like Dak Prescott's always a question mark. Eagles, question mark with Jalen Hurts. Like the Saints, Jameis Winston. I think the Saints could easily make the playoffs next year. I'd look
They're
really easily.
going to make the playoffs
Yeah.
next year. Yeah.
It'd be
Won't
disappointing
win
if
the
they didn't.
division, but
Nah. I mean, they'll sweep the Bucks again. They'll sweep. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
About
I think
that.
the Saints could win the division.
I think they could too.
so?
Yeah. They swept the Bucks last year.
Okay.
Held Tom Brady to 0 points. Shut him out. I mean, with Taysom Hill as the starting quarterback, we own that man in the regular season. So I'm not too worried. But
Okay. Yeah, I mean, think about like,
and Michael Thomas.
oh my God, when there was the Rams Bucks, was that the championship game or was that the divisional game?
Rams Bucks was the divisional game.
So imagine the Bucks win that and then go on Like, do you think they're beating the Bengals in the? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run it back one more time. That's probably what Brady's
I
thinking.
hate this so much, man. Leave me alone, Tom Brady.
Oh my God.
What's crazy is we all say, like, obviously the AFC is way better than the NFC, but in a Super Bowl matchup with arguably take the Rams or the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, I don't think it'd be a blowout. Like, I think that the top teams in the NFC are still good
Stop
teams.
heavy. Stop heavy. That's
Yeah,
it. That's
very,
really it.
very, very top heavy.
I think you could if you made it a 5-team AFC West, threw the Buccaneers in there. I think I could see them coming in 4th or 5th, maybe
Yes.
even 3rd.
Easily.
Wow.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I think that they're right now they're probably the Rams are the favorite, but it's them.
Rams
and
are the clear favorite.
Yeah. I hate this so much. There's no reason for him to come back. He proved everything he had to.
He's literally the one guy where, like, I don't think he could
No.
improve his legacy at all. Like, each ring is just kind of a marginal improvement.
Yeah, I would have just stopped because I mean,
He proved he could win on his own. He did that.
What if he gets hurt? What if he finally gets hurt? Like,
He just doesn't want to retire.
yeah,
Bruce Arians will go out there and play O lineman before he lets Brady get hurt.
yeah.
If we're gonna be honest here, but he literally he's got to be the one legend in sports that's still playing right now that has like nothing to prove.
No,
He's got nothing more that could really, like, what could he could finally do? Maybe that 18-0 season. That's maybe what he could
he's
do.
not going 18-0.
And he can't.
He can't.
No,
but
you have to play the Saints twice.
that's like the one
That's what's
thing
staying in the way.
that would really like he's already known as the GOAT of football. There's
Yeah.
really nothing he needs to do. He must love the game that much,
I don't understand.
He does.
or just hate his wife that much.
Yeah,
Either one,
does not
whatever
like
it
his
is,
kids.
whatever it is.
He kissed his kids in the lips too many times. He was done with it.
Oh God! All right, we got to cut to a commercial, but we're gonna come back. Maybe a little bit more NFL. We'll definitely get into some of the NBA. Playoffs are soon, next month.
Yeah,
Talk about
starting Easter, April 17th.
Yeah, I can't wait to not watch the Lakers because they're going to follow the play-in tournament. But Fun in the Locker Room, 89.1 FM, WXVU, Villanova Student Radio, The Roar. We'll be back with you guys in a couple minutes.
From the newsroom, this is WXVU News Director Gabriella Raful with your weekly Mainline News Minute. Police in Delaware County are joining more than 80 other police departments in the 5-county region to crack down on aggressive driving through late April to help reduce the number of crashes, injuries, and fatalities on area roadways as part of a statewide mobilization. The enforcement wave will focus on distracted driving, speeding, and work zone awareness. Motorists exhibiting other unsafe behaviors such as driving too fast, following too closely, or other aggressive actions will also be cited. Police will use traffic enforcement zones, saturation patrols, speed enforcement details, corridor, work zone, and multi-jurisdictional enforcement strategies to identify and cite aggressive drivers. The enforcement is part of Pennsylvania's Highway Safety Program and is funded by part of PennDOT's investment of federal funds from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Any aggressive driver stopped by the police will receive a ticket. In other news, equipment from Springville Fire Company in White Marsh Township, Pennsylvania, is on its way to help firefighters in Ukraine. Chief Wayne Masters of Springville Fire Company said that volunteer fire companies want to give back to the community in any way possible. The department hasn't been able to donate for the last 2 years due to the pandemic, so they have more equipment than usual to donate. The first delivery leaves this week and will take about 2 weeks to arrive in war-torn areas of Ukraine. These firefighters in White Marsh hope their donation will compel others to help too. From the newsroom, this is WXVU News Director Gabrielle Raful with your weekly Mainline News Minute.
As you enjoy Wildcats basketball in March, graduate students are on the defensive without health care. Villanova, get ahead of the pack. Give graduate students health care. Don't block their shots at success. A message brought to you by the Villanova Doctoral Student Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me, I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Now, here's your 3-day weather forecast for the main line.
A mix of sun and clouds today, a high of 58. We'll see partly cloudy skies tonight, a low down to 42. Clouds will be around Saturday with a slight chance of a shower, a high of 51 degrees. And mostly cloudy on the chilly side Sunday, a high of 44.
Hey, this is Katie, the host of the Indy 500 on Thursdays at 8:30, and you're listening to WXVU 89.1 The Roar.
Welcome back to Fun in the Locker Room, 89.1 FM, WXVU, Villanova student-run radio. Just finished covering all of the AFC news. I think it's time to switch sports to the actual sport that's in season right now, NBA. Wait. MLB. More MLB news. A lot of off-season stuff going on here. 2 sports. What do you got, guys?
Okay. I just want to start out. There's been a lot of new teams for some players over this free agency. Looking at the free agent tracker right now, some really weird moves in my mind. And I want to start by a guy who I thought was going to be on the New York Mets, but decided to take his talents to Colorado.
Yeah.
Chris Bryant signed a huge 7-year deal with the Rockies. Doesn't really make much sense to me. As a I don't know. I just, why would he go to a team that's just going to stink?
You know what it reminds me of? When Manny Machado signed the 10-year deal with the Padres. Because the Padres weren't good back then.
Yeah, but they had stars, and they had a Fernando Tatis in their system.
Like, could the Rockies have a guy in their system?
They have nobody. The Rockies stink, and they don't have a farm system.
It is a really weird move to me. I feel like it's just got to be for money, unless he knows something that we don't, and he's trying to recruit the guys to come play Colorado. He will have 50 home runs because he's playing in Colorado.
That's the only reason why I see him that he made this move. He's going to hit 40 home runs a year. He's going to finish with 500 home runs in his career. He's going to make the Hall of Fame. But he's not going to do anything in that span because the Rockies stink. They have terrible owners. And it just doesn't really make much sense why he wouldn't go to a winner. He's in his prime. Why wouldn't he go for... Because people would pay him. You're telling me the New York Mets weren't going to throw him a bag?
They would have.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the prospect list, and I don't think the Rockies have a top 100 prospect.
No, they don't. Their farm system's garbage.
Their top guys are in AA, in single A. I don't see this as there's. I'm trying to defend it as he wants to. He knows something we don't, but no, there's nothing.
It was purely money, and
it is purely money.
He's gonna hit 40 home runs. He's gonna have no pressure.
Yeah. Congrats.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do. That's on you.
Basically took Arenado's place.
Yeah.
That's okay. Whatever. Next we got to talk about the Yankees trade.
Yankees trade, or the fact that Carlos Correa is not a Yankee,
and that they got Josh Donaldson but lost Gio and El Gary, and Correa went to the team that they lost him to.
Yeah.
Twins. That's crazy.
I know a lot of Yankees fans are mad because Hal is not George. He's not spending the money that they want him to spend, but their payroll's ridiculous. But I don't understand. I guess if I was a Yankees fan, I'm really happy Gary Sanchez is gone because Gary Sanchez has been a headache problem and very consistent. A lot of problems with him.
I don't like that they gave up Gio, though. I mean, it makes sense to get Donaldson, but I really don't like that they gave up Gio.
And they got the who's the guy? I always miss it. INK. You know the other guy they got for him? Some infielder that they like.
But Donaldson, he's regressed the past couple of years. He's getting older. I don't know. I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, Isaiah Kinner Falefe, INK. He's a middle infielder that they're gonna use for a bunch of stuff. So rotational guy. They got a catcher out of the deal. So,
but I mean,
Donaldson's not the same guy. He's 36 years old.
That's what I don't really understand. Trade Gio for him. I would not have done that.
Gio's not an offensive guy, so you're getting the offense. Josh Donaldson
he has potential.
He's a defensive guy.
And now with Correa, dude.
Yeah, the Twins have got a lot better. The Twins are a very interesting franchise because they're the type of franchise, if you look around the MLB, that you would anticipate being like a small market, like not spending money, not trying to do things. But they're the opposite. They want to win games. Like I love what the Twins do every time.
They very much underperformed last season, and they were upset about it. So I really like that they're trying.
And they've retooled.
Yeah.
They sold some guys at the deadline last year, brought some guys in now, and they're just trying to win.
And then arguably, well, not arguably, the biggest free agent signing, which kind of helps the Mets. Actually, it really does help the Mets. Freddie Freeman to the Dodgers. This is Dave Roberts promised after the signing, he promised a World Series for Dodgers fans. And I'm not going to lie, obviously we're very biased Mets fans. I can't see any team besides the Mets coming close to the Dodgers.
Yeah, I agree. You look at their depth chart, like Freddie Freeman at first, Chris Taylor at second, Trey Turner, Justin Turner, Pollock, Bellinger, Betts, Muncy, Will Smith catching, like, whew.
And they have a great rotation.
The rotation
bullpen.
of Bueller, Kershaw, Urias, Bauer. Oh, my God.
I'm scared. I'm scared of them, very much so.
Like, I like our start rotation, but the Dodgers rival it.
Yeah, they do. And we have our top three are all-stars.
Yeah.
Cy Young candidates are our top three. And the Dodgers
rival it.
They're just it's gonna be crazy.
They're gonna be really good. A small move about the Phillies. They got Castellanos. They got Schwarber.
Yeah, the Schwarber pickup was huge.
Yeah.
I really wanted him.
Yeah,
another bat.
The Phillies are building out a decent lineup.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be us and them and
I think
the
the Braves,
Braves.
yeah.
Braves will still be good because they have – who's the shortstop? I always forget his name.
Dansby?
No, Dansby's the –
Braves?
Yeah,
Swanson.
and Albies. They got Albies. And, like,
and Acuna's going to be back.
Yeah.
That's what people – they won a World Series
Without
without their best player, top three player in the world.
Yeah.
So –
the East is going to be competitive.
Yeah.
I think the Mets should be the favorites.
Off of pitching, I think the Mets will be okay.
Yeah.
They need to – their bullpen, they gotta get another arm or two, but –
But literally, the Phillies will be really good. Schwarber, Harper, Castellanos, Didi,
and the
Hoskins,
Mets still
Realmuto.
could get Conforto back.
Yeah, I wonder where Conforto goes. I would never not want him back. I love the Conforto guy.
Yeah.
Big Conforto. I actually wonder where he's.
It's gonna be very interesting. There were. I was reading a little report on Max Scherzer. Multiple MLB scouts have said that Max Scherzer, if the season, spring training ends tomorrow, he is the best-looking guy so far in spring training, and that he's ready to pitch. Like, if the regular season were to start tomorrow, he could go out and give 9 innings. So
Love that.
That made me very happy.
We have 3 guys on this team who could give you 7 or 8 innings every single time they pitch.
DeGrom, Scherzer, Bassett.
Yeah.
And you'll get good stuff from Walker.
Yeah.
And we that 5th spot, we still have Carrasco, Peterson. It's McGill. We're gonna be okay. I'm really excited for this season.
Yeah, Conforto seems that the Rangers are the favorites to sign him.
Wow.
The White Sox are in on him.
If the Rangers get him, Seager, Simeon, and Conforto.
Raising the Giants. I think he could go back to the Mets possibly, but we do get a first round. Actually, never mind. Per reports, a reunion with the Mets is extremely unlikely, but we get a first round pick from it because we offer him the qualifying offer. So we'll see where he goes.
We'll see.
Wouldn't mind him back. I love Conforto.
It's gonna be a great season. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. The Mets still got a good farm system. Still got a couple guys in the farm.
Their guy they called up, Francisco Alvarez, their number 1 prospect, hit an absolute nuke.
He's a catcher.
Yeah,
we always need catchers.
He's a catcher.
He's still very young, so he's 20. So probably I don't think we'll start the season. He might come up a little later in the season. We'll see how he goes.
We got Brett Batty. Our farm system's very good.
Yeah.
And we lost JT again in the Bassett trade, but I mean, to get an all-star pitcher as your number 3, you make moves like that to win.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think we'll be set up for fine. I'm not too worried about us. Looking forward to the season starting and getting back to watching some baseball.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So it's April 8th-ish, I think, is like this opening day, something like that. So exciting.
One of these days, I'll I'll have some idea what on earth you guys are talking about. But
Truett, now is the time. Become a Dodgers fan.
become a Dodgers fan.
No, do not become a Dodgers. Become an Angels fan. The Angels got good too this offseason.
Trout.
Trout got good, yeah. Trout, Ohtani.
If the Dodgers don't win the World Series, I'd be very, very surprised.
They just won recently.
Anything
no?
can happen in baseball.
Mookie Betts still on the team?
Anything Can't happen. They just have the best team.
Kershaw still on the team?
Yeah,
All right.
but he's washed.
Go Doyers, baby. All right, so let's talk about one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now. They are 8-2 in their last 10, 2 seed in the West, and stat that might surprise you, they are 16-2 this season without their star player. I'm talking about the Memphis Grizzlies, 16-2 without Ja Morant, 2 seed, pretty much locked up right now, 52-23.
They're in the playoffs.
Any
already.
team that hits 50 wins is just essentially a good team, especially this early. The only team that's probably hotter than them right now is the team that's above them in the standings, the Suns. This Grizzlies team is just it's fun this year. It's crazy. What are you guys seeing from this team?
They're like an AU team. Like you see
young.
them celebrating
Yeah.
in the interviews after. They love each other, man. It's sick. They have by far the best team chemistry in the NBA, and
They remind me of a Young Warriors team, like just
They're
the
just
hypeness.
fun.
Yeah.
they're fun.
I'm intrigued to see what they do in the playoffs when they like
I think they're going to do very
face guys
well.
in 7-game series and they start breaking down a little bit, maybe guarding Morant a little tougher. Like,
I think they'll be A-okay in the playoffs. I really do.
how far do you think they're going? Like, I don't think they're beating the Suns.
I don't think no.
I don't think they beat
Yeah.
Warriors in a 7-game series.
Probably not healthy, but I mean, I could totally see them. They would give the Mavs problems for sure.
Oh,
They'd
yeah.
give the Jazz problems.
They'd give the Nuggets problems.
Nuggets.
They're-
Yeah.
they're- if they lock up the 2 seed, which I think they probably will, they'll play like I don't even know who's going to win
Ooh,
that.
them versus the T-Wolves first round would be fun. That would be a great first round match.
Yeah, that'd be a fun matchup. I think they'd obviously win that one pretty easily, but still, even the Clippers fun matchup. I think the Grizzlies are looking at like a second round fun.
Which is just so not a disappointment for them.
No.
Obviously, it's
No.
just, this is a great season.
Expectations were
regardless.
0 this year.
Yeah, I'm I've always been a fan of Steven Adams. So I'm put that out there. Ja Morant, just
Jaren
an
Jackson.
exciting.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson, Desmond
Desmond
Bane.
Bane.
Didn't he just broke some Grizzlies record, single season
Probably.
franchise record, something like
Bane's
that.
such a
That's
great
why they were
great 3-point
celebrating.
shooter.
They're beating good teams too without Ja. They just beat the Nets without Ja. They're scoring
Beat the Bucks.
HE double hockey stick out of the ball right now. Just
Smoked.
completely just like running up the score. I think they had like 70 the Nets are not really that good of a defensive team, but still to put 70 points in the 70s at half against the Nets, crazy. It's crazy. Like the lack of experience is the only thing that's really why they might not go far.
Yeah.
And this is without a doubt, even if they go out in the first round, this is without a doubt a season to build upon. It's interesting to see, Ja could be an MVP candidate, probably won't win it. Has he locked up most improved or like I don't even.
He has to, right?
Yeah, I think some people are saying, who's the other guy? There's another guy who just like increases scoring by like 9 points.
Probably Jason Tatum.
Could be Jason Tatum. Who looking forward for this team? Is this the formula to go with, where it's Ja and this amazing supporting cast, or do you expect like Desmond Bane or Jaren to take that next step to sustain this level?
They're gonna need to.
Honestly, I don't think the way they're constructed, they don't really need a second star. Like, their supporting cast is insane.
It's the Josh.
Jared basically is a second star.
Can they
but
win
on
a
the- on
national?
the second
Can
side.
they win an
First
NBA
side.
Finals with this
in
team?
2 years? Yeah, I think they could take down the Bucks. Something you have to give them a little time. Obviously, they're inexperienced. But
Do you think that happens because Ja gets better or the team around?
I think every Ja and the team,
I think they need a small forward. I think they need a forward.
they play so well.
I think that's where their weakness is. Is at that 3 position.
Who is it? Is it Slow-Mo? Kyle Anderson?
They have a lot. They have.
They rotate Zaire Williams in. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, Zaire
Zaire.
Williams.
I think that's where their
Does
weakness
Dylan Brooks
is.
still start?
I don't
Or is
think so.
Desmond
I
full
think
starter?
Desmond's starting at this
Oh,
point.
Dylan Brooks has been starting at the 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, defensively.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Unbelievable.
feel like they need some scoring out of that position because I feel like this like Jaren Jackson's a great defender. He gives some score opportunities. Steven Adams great defender, gives some scoring, but like I think when Ja's having an off night, you need the guy to step up. And they're doing it right now, obviously. But I think looking long term and looking against these more experienced teams in the playoffs, I think they need a second star.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was alluding to. Like, what do you do when Ja has that off night?
Yeah.
Obviously, they're winning without Ja, but
in a 7-game series, if Ja has an off night or two, when you're playing the Warriors, you're playing the Suns, like these great teams of basketball, like at Ja has an off night. I don't see how you get around it.
I think you got to. I mean, they're still so inexperienced. You can ask that question maybe in like 2 years.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
think
I
right
agree.
now, honestly, and I know Truett, this is gonna hurt you to say for me to say this, but they get rid of Steven Adams, get a big man that can shoot, that floor spacing. Because
to be fair, they just had Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, but
and flipped those two.
I mean, Jonas Valanciunas didn't play defense, didn't get boards like Steven Adams does.
Fair. So Steven Adams with the jumper is the type of player we're looking
Yeah.
for. Yeah. No, I agree. That would.
But looking at their depth chart, I mean, DeAnthony Melton had 24 against the Bucks last night.
Yeah, they've got these guys.
Yeah.
They're gonna be good.
You know, another team that, and we just mentioned them, the Suns, who also had 1A or 1B, however you want to look at it, but that player go out. I think Chris Paul just came back last game. Doesn't matter though because they're 9-1 the last 10, so clearly that wasn't an issue. They've been playing games without Devin Booker and Chris Paul. I don't want to harp on it too much because we talked about them last time, but the Suns, dude.
I don't think they're getting enough love nationally.
I know, dude.
Because they're 60-14, like
60 wins before hitting 15 losses. That is incredible.
People sleep. Who's gonna beat them in a 7-game series if they're healthy? Nobody. They're dominating.
You're clear favorites to make it out of the West.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember earlier we were talking about Suns Warriors in the conference finals. That'd be toss up.
It'd still be a close game if the Warriors are healthy. Like you can't discount the Warriors, but like the Suns could go 68-14.
Yeah.
It's like the 4th best record in NBA history.
Yeah.
That's if they win out.
Which they could.
Yeah, they definitely could.
I still think the Warriors would give them trouble just because Steph, Clay, Draymond, Wiggins. Like I feel like they've got the players to
They do
who have the
more star
experience.
power. They have Steph Curry gives you more star power than any player in the Suns.
Yeah, they do.
Which is in the NBA, if you have a top 5 player, you always have a chance.
I think it'd be a very competitive series. I'd love to see.
I just even if they're all healthy, the Suns just roll teams.
Yeah, they do.
They just roll teams. And when it comes bench versus bench, both teams have a great bench. I'm still taking the Suns bench.
Yeah. And not even just their bench, but their role players in general. They are the role player kings. Literally have perfect role player at every position.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly,
they are
well constructed.
They are very well constructed.
They're the best constructed team in the NBA. Yeah.
Mikal Bridges, oh my God, his defense, they do little things. Jay Crowder. I love Jay Crowder.
Man.
Love Jay Crowder. Loved him in the Celtics. Oh my God.
Every team needs a Jay Crowder type of guy.
I got Jay Crowder's signature at a game once. I was so excited.
Did
you really?
Yeah.
What did he sign? Shirt?
He signed my Kevin Garnett jersey.
Oh. That's gotta hurt a little bit.
Well, I didn't have a Jay Crowder jersey.
Yeah, who does? Who does?
The only Celtics thing I had back when I was younger. But yeah, they're good. I love Jay Crowder. Gonna be competitive in the Western Conference. Looking at the playing games, not to talk about too much. Lakers 1.5 games out of an 11 seed. Lakers can miss the playoffs entirely. Not even a playing game.
Probably, dude. Give LeBron some rest. Yeah, the Lakers will go on a losing streak.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Don't give LeBron rest, honestly, unless he needs it.
Positive vibes for Lakers. LeBron gonna catch up to Kareem at some point. Probably set the scoring title of all time. Congrats to him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice to hear you say, Sean.
That poor man.
Just past Carl.
That poor man.
Let's
drop 39-point triple doubles for them to even have a chance to win.
That game versus the Cavs. Oh my God.
It's actually pathetic.
Oh my God. Like this wouldn't really surprise me. But the fact that he's 37.
Yeah. He's gonna average 30 points a game.
He's gonna win a scoring title at the age of 37. That is and I'm not going to jump to
Has he played
conclusions.
enough games?
What?
Has he played enough games to win it?
I think he
has to play every game from now on. That's someone was just mentioning that to stay eligible, he's got to
What
play like every
is
game.
it? 8 or 9 games, 7 games
Something
left
like
in the
that.
season. Yeah.
But and I'm not like jumping onto conclusions on legacy, but that is going to be such a catalyst going forward. I think people like years from now are going to be like when they're debating, whoever it might be, wherever rankings in all time, the fact that he won the scoring title at 30 points at 37.
And that's not what LeBron does either.
No,
He's not
a scorer. He's not a scorer. I mean, he put that in quotations. He's not a scorer. He's just never been known as a like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant type scorer.
That's what he has to do now for them to even have a chance.
It's ridiculous, dude. It's pathetic for the rest of the team. I don't want to get into this too much, but like this is just
more positive news. I got a question for both of you. Is there anybody in the NBA currently that you think could theoretically pass LeBron to get the all-time scoring?
Is anyone
title?
on pace?
I think Kevin Durant's probably close.
I was gonna say Durant or Curry.
I don't know
But
because
Curry didn't start
Yeah,
his
that's-
career that high of scoring.
that's what you have
Just
to
might
think
hurt him.
about. People that start, I would say Luka probably
Luka?
just because of youngness.
Yeah,
Luka could do it.
Durant has like outside of a couple injury
Yeah,
years,
Durant's been
every time he's played,
Big injuries,
he's averaged
though,
at least like 25 a game.
but huge injuries.
Kevin Durant is at. Kevin Durant is where did she? He's 22nd on the list.
How many?
He's got 25,000.
Yeah, no way he catches LeBron. No way. LeBron's gonna end with like 40,000.
Played a lot less games.
Yeah, LeBron's gonna end with like 40,000.
Yeah, Durant's already 33.
No way he catches him. No way.
And I'm not questioning Durant's longevity. I'm sure he could have a very
James
I
Harden's
am.
also up there.
I am.
James
he
Harden's
gets
also up there.
He gets hurt every year. It seems.
yeah, but he came back. I mean, just coming back for the Achilles. That's
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
But like
Well, okay, I
an
see what you're
injury
saying.
like that kills you. You're not.
Yeah.
Gonna
I
catch
see what you're
LeBron.
saying.
Yeah.
I think. Are you also saying that like that's also eliminating more games for him?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. LeBron's also played he's played a ton of games.
Yeah, Kevin Durant could come back the same and still
From age 19, LeBron's played a ton of games.
Yeah.
James Harden's at 23,000.
Yeah, Harden's not catching
No,
him.
it's those years in OKC.
I
that-
think the only
Curry's at 20,000.
one, no, Curry's not catching him.
Yeah, I think he's got some big, somebody young.
The only person I think would be Luka, but I think
What about a
that's also-
Giannis?
Giannis could do it.
He's had a couple. I mean, he's like
Yeah,
third in scoring
but
right
his
now.
first couple years.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah.
You lose so much.
You really, yeah. Like
yeah,
you say with
LeBron
Luka,
came into the league averaging 20 something.
I
right?
like the Luka pick
Yeah.
now because you just got to start from the
Yeah.
Trae
from the
Young?
jump.
How old is Trae Young? Actually, he has the most points this season. I know, and most assists. Shout out Trae Young.
Shout out Trae Young.
Trae Young is 23.
He could. No, because his way of play style isn't something you can do
It's not-
up to
it's not
age
sustainable,
37.
So I guess Luka.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Could like Tatum do it?
What did he come in averaging?
Jason Tatum?
Yeah.
What was it?
I know Luka averaged 20 right off the bat.
Yeah. You'd probably have to
would
average
just
anywhere
be
from
Luka.
25 to 30 for the
But
rest of your
I don't
career.
even. I consider Luka the same way as LeBron in that he's not really a scorer like that.
Yeah.
He's a playmaker.
Jason Tatum.
It's crazy,
It's
man.
ridiculous.
It's crazy.
2017 averaged 14, then averaged 16, 23.5, 26, 27.
If he starts averaging 33, yeah.
He's still only 24.
He's gonna have to have a season of averaging like above 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now put this into perspective. Just how he's able to stay healthy and average this at age 37.
Goat trainer.
Yeah. I mean, he puts what, like $2 million into his
Yeah.
body.
Someone like some player just came out recently and said like that is the best trainer in sports.
Yeah.
LeBron James is trainer, which you need. And I don't know what he's spending. I'd love to actually see the breakdown of how he spends those $2 million a year on his body.
I know it's a lot of it is well, obviously he eats the best food.
Yep. Yeah.
Like post workout stuff. I know he was one of the first guys to go into that like the freezing cold like tube. He
Oh
was
my
one of
God.
the first guys to do that.
Who knows what's happening there? They're probably doing some like Avengers type stuff. Just
True. On a bright note, though, your Oklahoma City Thunder have been eliminated. They are now one game away from having the worst record in the NBA.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought like the Pistons were still really.
Both have
Pistons are 20 and 54.
Yeah.
Actually, 1.5 games.
All right, that's
The
fine.
Rockets actually have the worst.
As long as we fit into that, top 3 teams in the lottery,
I think you're
have the
gonna
same
get top
percentage.
3.
Yeah, we just can't get.
As soon as you got to shut down everyone though.
You're 1 for 9 in the past 10 games.
Yeah, that's great.
It is,
really
dude.
good.
They got to shut down Shea. So I know Shea has been having an unbelievable
Yeah.
second half of the season, but got to shut him down. Giddy's not playing. Dort's out for the year. Just pull the curtain. Just, come on.
Yeah, you
Let's go out and get a Banchero or a Jabari Smith and call it a day.
You finished with Portland twice, Atlanta, Detroit. You need to lose that Detroit game.
Yeah.
Need to lose that
That's
Detroit game.
They're gonna try and lose. That game's gonna end 0-0.
Yeah, next Friday.
This is what we're talking about right now. This is ridiculous.
Can we talk about the East?
Yeah. Let's talk about the East.
Yeah, your Heat, Truett, not looking too good.
2 seed,
Not looking too
yeah.
good at
Well,
all.
4 in a row, yeah.
They're fighting each other too. Did you see that?
No, actually, Eric Spoelstra said it was about their dinner plans.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Jimmy Butler really, really wanted to go to Chick-fil-A.
Lou Williams came in and said, "I want to go to a strip club."
Yeah.
Okay, I've kind of cooled down on the Heat. I just didn't like the way that you guys were just completely eliminating them.
All I'm saying is they lose one more game. They're in the they went from the 1 to the 4.
East is good, man.
The top 4 teams in the East are separated by half a game.
East is good, dude.
This is awesome.
I'm just thinking about personnel, and I don't know. I think they have a really good personnel. Not like they're like a budget. Oh God, you guys are gonna crucify me for this. They're like a budget, like Walmart Suns. The way they're built.
Fine.
Just hear me out.
Yeah, but no teams winning the title as a budget somebody else.
Just hear me out here. Hear me out. You got the Lowry, Chris Paul.
Bro, no. Lowry and Chris Paul?
That's what I'm saying, budget. I'm saying the way they're...
That's not even Walmart.
I'm saying the way they're constructed. You got the Aiden
That's
Bam,
Kmart.
and you have a lot of
Not
role
even
players.
Kmart.
Okay, you
gas
have
station,
2
Mike.
complementary stars. You have a dominant defensive center, and you have role players.
Who's the 2 complimentary stars?
Lowry and Butler.
You're comparing Jimmy Butler to Devin Booker?
I didn't know. I said the 2 complementary. The way they complement each other.
I'm a
A
Villanova guy.
backcourt, centers, and role players.
We're all Villanova guys, and I love
No.
Kyle Lowry. Was he ever a star?
No.
He's an all-star at one point.
Once?
Maybe once, yeah.
But a star?
He was on Team USA. Don't forget that.
Yeah, he's got a ring. Chris Paul does not have a ring, first of all. He's got a ring.
Did Chris Paul take a charge in an All-Star game? No, Kyle Lowry did
That's
that.
facts. Actually, took multiple.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Yeah, so
That was a good All-Star
who's
game.
really the discount team here?
I just-
Yeah.
Looking at like the other teams though, like Sixers, Celtics, Bucks. Right now,
Yeah.
if I were the Heat, I wouldn't want to play any of those teams.
I hope the Heat get the 1 seed. No, I don't.
Have to play the Nets.
I like how it looks right now.
I want the Sixers to play the Nets first round of the playoffs.
Right now, it would look that the Celtics are playing the Raptors, and then we'd play the winner. We probably play the Bucks, and then the Sixers, which I'm okay with.
Sean, I'm gonna be honest. The team I'm scared of the most right now is the Celtics by far.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I think the Celtics could easily get that 1 seed too. I think they could.
They have
I don't know if
everything.
they want to. Just
I
because they
wouldn't
play
mind
the
this.
Nets, but
No, the Nets are
doesn't
going to beat it.
matter.
I would put money on that the Nets are the 7 seed.
Yeah,
You might just want to stay at 3, honestly.
The 3's not bad.
Might just want to stay there.
it's probably the
strategically.
easy. Yeah,
No,
Play
because
the
the 3 would play the
Raptors.
Raptors, but if we get the 1, we'd play the Cavs.
the Cavs will jump up too. Yeah, I mean,
Also, the Bulls could fall into the playing
they really
game.
could.
They've not
They
played
have
well
not
right now.
been
They're
good.
2 games out of the playing game. Like they could fall into that
Lonzo
easily.
and Caruso missing for them has been really.
You got to get
really
healthy.
huge.
Yeah.
Gotta get healthy.
Because DeRozan can't play the way he does without his 2 guys playing defense.
Yeah.
For him.
No.
You're already trying to gel together so many pieces. You gotta play it. You gotta still get healthy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean,
Huge game tonight. 6 o'clock. 76ers Suns.
Oh,
Literally right now.
Wow.
The top seed in both conferences are playing tonight.
Nationally televised?
Nope, of course not.
What?
It's
It's March
Madness.
It's fair. It's March Madness. That's still. So one of you guys said it earlier. It's like 8 games, right, left in the season.
Yeah, most
For
teams have
most
8
teams.
games.
So that's
7, 8, 9 games. Yeah,
right as March Madness ends. We're right into the NBA playoffs.
that's gonna be awesome.
Easter Day.
He's really.
Yep.
Absolutely
Should be
no
very
studying
exciting.
for
Very
finals.
exciting.
None. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm excited. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, before I know it's 1 o'clock, but we got okay. Picks out of the East. Who's coming out of the East right now? Who we got?
Oh wow.
And who's coming out of the West?
I've said it all long before. Celtics Warriors.
Celtics Warriors. Okay. What do we got, Truett?
Can you come back to me?
Liam.
I'm gonna go. You know what, Sean? I'll cater to you a little bit. I'm gonna go Suns Celtics. I don't think you're gonna win that series though.
I think we could.
I think you could.
Defensively, we're really good.
I don't want to see this
Rematch.
finals rematch.
That's what I was gonna say, but I couldn't do it.
Because I'm going through these East teams, and Sixers, you take away free throws, and the playoffs are done. Clearly, the Heat are not contenders. Should have kept that take in the draft.
Actually, I've noticed that that episode's not been uploaded to YouTube yet.
Which one?
The take where you talk about.
It's not?
It's not on YouTube.
Okay.
So
well, just know I have the
You're not
proof
gonna have
somewhere.
the Walmart Suns versus the actual Suns.
Come on, man. Okay, Bulls, no. Raptors, no. Cavs, no. Nets, I haven't seen Ben Simmons play with them yet, so I'm going to go. It was between Celtics and Bucks. I think Celtics are one more year away. I take Giannis.
One question.
In a series, I take Giannis to lead them over Tatum.
That's fair.
The Celtics 1 year away. Like, what are they improving on next year?
Don't take any offense to that. It's just
No, I'm not. But I'm just curious. Like, I feel like the Celtics. Like, what are they going to do better? I don't have to say that Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown have hit their ceilings, but they're just marginally getting better every year. Like they're like already superstars. Like I don't know what the next step can be for the Celtics.
just
Because next year older Al Horford, they're not going to be as good as Al
Can you
Horford.
fill up the bench a little more, maybe?
Maybe.
here's what I need. I need Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown to add to their resume. I need to see them win like playoff series by
You
themselves.
see Tatum win an MVP like Giannis.
Yeah.
That switches it.
Until I get like definitive proof that Tatum has that capability to take him to the finals, which is like, you know, I'll believe it. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Until that happens, I'm going to take Giannis, the proven
That's
MVP, you know, Finals MVP,
Could win one this year,
DPOY.
too.
Because like if I'm just thinking about like which two teams in this East would I see in the conference finals and who's winning, and I could see Celtics Bucks, and I would take Bucks there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Try to keep that unbiased, but I mean if Tatum goes out and takes them to the finals, that changes the way I look at the Celtics going forward a lot. Obviously, you know what I mean, but they did go to the Eastern Conference Finals in the bubble, but apparently the bubble's a sham. So I'm kidding, but do we have any trivia, Sean?
I got one semi trivia if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Can you name which college has the most Final Four appearances?
Duke. Kentucky.
No. Just you give me one name.
Oh,
for
come on.
Who because like that's too easy.
Can we get an actual trivia then?
No, I want you to name the one team that's the most.
Wow.
Most UCLA.
You just kind of pooped on his trivia. You're not calling it an actual trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I like the ones where we can like it's just a random.
Fine.
Guess it. Is it UCLA?
1 second.
If you snipe that would have been pretty incredible.
I mean, it's not really a snipe. It's gonna be Duke, UCLA.
Okay,
or like-
fine. Give me the 10. Give me the 10 top teams.
Okay, yeah. I like
fine.
this.
Do
Duke,
it for me.
UCLA, Kentucky.
Yes.
Kansas.
Kansas.
Yes.
Villanova.
No.
Wow.
Really? Final Four appearances. Indiana.
Yes. So we're going to go top 9 because there's a bunch of teams at 10.
Please. There's no way Gonzaga's on there.
Nope.
No way. Yeah.
You're missing a big one.
Basketball powerhouse.
Blue blood.
Blue blood. UNC.
Yeah.
Is UConn on there?
Nope. Wow. You got 3 left.
I'm relying on you, man. I got nothing.
2 Big Ten schools. 1
Michigan.
ACC school. No.
Michigan State.
Yes.
Yeah.
Michigan's
2 Big Ten, 1 ACC.
So there's 1 Big Ten, 1 ACC.
Syracuse.
Nope.
No. ACC.
Syracuse is tied with 10. Tied with, they have 6 Final Fours.
I know it's not Miami because this is their first Elite Eight ever.
Not Miami.
Who's in the eight? Now it's just who's in who.
Oh,
ACC.
Well, just give me the Big Ten one first. We played them already.
Baylor. No, wait. We played them this tournament.
Yeah.
Who do we play this tournament? We played Michigan, right? Is Michigan in the Big Ten?
Ohio State. Ohio State's
Oh,
the other
wow.
one. And the last one is
ACC school?
ACC school. They were in the Big East for a little bit. They were really a powerhouse back in the thousands.
It's going to be like...
Is it BC?
Yeah, BC.
Nope.
Powerhouse.
Their coach got fired. Big scandals. They're not the same.
Virginia
Since,
Tech?
Nope. Huge head coach. You know that coach.
Virginia?
Nope.
Yeah.
They're near Kentucky. They're in Kentucky, I believe.
In Kentucky. Is this, are we going to
Oh.
feel stupid
Is it
when you say
Louisville?
this?
Yeah, Louisville.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've been quiet.
Well, ever since Rick Pitino got fired.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the whole...
I
Is
was
that
gonna-
Donovan Mitchell's alma mater? No.
no.
Where did he go to?
Yeah, didn't he go to
Did he go to Louisville? I don't remember.
Yeah,
Did he?
I'm trying to think of NBA players I know from Louisville.
I think he did.
Lamar Jackson, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He went to
Yeah.
Louisville. I did not know Donovan Mitchell went to
Donovan
Louisville.
did.
There we go. Good call, Truett.
Thank you.
All right.
Nice.
All right, everybody.
I like that better rank.
Glad I could satisfy you, Liam.
Okay. 1 p.m. Fun in the locker room. We're always having fun in the locker room. We'll see if we have a show next week. Honestly, I kind of hope Rank gets out to New Orleans and has a day, so we'll plan for that. But if you want to catch the show, if you missed any part of this, it's going to be on YouTube probably by the end of the day, or not, because I get really late on uploading them. It's okay. Go follow the Twitter right. Actually, stop what you're doing right now. Go follow Twitter. I'm sure just because Villanova's in it, we're going to be active on this Twitter within the next week.
You can hear my live tweet reactions. To,
Yeah.
the terrible
If we
call.
get Sean out to the game, we'll get live. Let's get some live tweet reactions. I like that idea.
Sure, I'll have no voice, so I'll have to put my words somewhere else.
So hopefully, if Nova wins,
Nope. We don't talk about features.
that's true. Okay. All right. Well, next time we
When
have the
we
show,
win.
whenever it is, I don't know if there's gonna be any NFL news going on, but we'll probably have some NBA, some MLB, college
basketball.
March Madness.
Shout out St. Peter's. Go do
Shout
the
out
impossible
St.
tonight.
Peter's.
Beat UNC. Let's go.
Shout out St. Peter's.
Spoil the Coach K's final run. Just beat them too. I'll play you guys in the finals. I'd love that.
This is really the greatest time of the year. I hope you guys are enjoying it well. You will always get all the sports coverage, news, whatever. Fun in the locker room. Sundays, 11:30 a.m. Have a great rest of your day.
Wait.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Kendrick Lamar.